What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made this. Beautiful, delicious, beefy, crispy skin, smoky, amazing crispy skin chicken thigh sandwiches made on some Wagyu beef tallow homemade buns and made extra crispy with some all new sprayable Wagyu beef tallow. Coming up. This is some chicken. Ooh. Pat it dry. And what I got here is some classic bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Probably the best cut of chicken, right? Gotta love the skin, gotta love bone-in. Nice dark meat, juicy stuff. Nothing too fancy here, folks. And these are some of my favorite things to throw on the grill, especially with all this extra skin on there. A lot of people like to trim that off. No way. That's gonna get extra crispy and super tasty. And as far as preparation on these, we're gonna keep it super simple today, just by going on with a nice healthy amount of some Diamond Crystal kosher salt. I was gonna give these a full overnight dry brine, but you know what? Last night came and went and I didn't do it. So here we are. Luckily, bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs is one of the more forgiving cuts of meat in the world. So just nice healthy coating of salt all the way around. You know the drill, folks. You could go on with your favorite rub, but I'm gonna be cooking these pretty hot and fast today, so I don't want anything to burn up. And sometimes just a simple crispy skin chicken thigh is all you need in life. And there we go. Nice healthy coating of salt all the way around. And we're gonna just let these sit in the fridge for a little bit, let that salt go to work. Probably only for a couple hours, but that should help that salt penetrate deep into the meat and hopefully dry out this skin a little bit. Next up, let's bust out some beef fat buns. That's right, folks. I've been working on my beef tallow bun recipe. Starting with some water, our yeast, some sugar, some bread flour, salt, milk powder, some dough conditioner, and of course some of our Wagyu beef fat. And just get that all nice and mixed up. Mix that for about 2-3 minutes till everything kind of comes together, and once it starts looking nice and sticky, we can bump up the speed a little bit and let this knead for probably about 6 to 8 minutes. But you definitely want to make sure to keep an eye on this thing, because at this speed, this thing can wiggle and fall off the table, which is why I'm now using my metal bowl. Ooh. And just like that, we should be left with a beautiful, supple, nice, smooth ball of dough. And I must say, what a beautiful dough it is. Nice and soft. So now we need to let this rise. So into a bowl here, we're gonna hit that with some sprayable beef fat. Go in with our dough. Cover this in plastic wrap and let this rise for the next hour to hour and 1/2. 1 hour later, our dough is looking absolutely beautiful. Nice and fluffy and nice and puffed. So out it comes. Beautiful dough to work with, I tell you. Very nice, kind of wet. But if you're having any trouble, just keep an extra little cup of flour around and you should be good to go. So now it's time to portion these out into individual bun sizes, which today is gonna be about 85 grams, just like that. Grab your little dough ball, tuck all the seams to the underside. You don't need to be too specific about this, but it helps give it a nice presentation. Pinch it all together, throw it down, give it the old dough ball roll, and then onto a Silpat lined baking sheet that I have dusted with some cornmeal. Gonna cover this up with plastic wrap again. Of course, being sure to spray our plastic with some Wagyu beef tallow. And then let these proof for another 30 minutes or so. Can we just back it up for a minute? Because I feel like y'all didn't hear what I just said. Sprayable Wagyu beef fat is now a thing. I'm pretty sure I willed this into existence because I've been wanting something like this for a very long time. And now it exists thanks to the wonderful people at South Chicago Packing, who are indeed sponsoring this video. You know South Chicago Packing, they are the ones that make the most beautiful beef fat in the world. This Wagyu beef tallow is great for pretty much everything. And if you haven't had this stuff before or haven't heard of them, you probably haven't spent much time on barbecue YouTube in the last couple of years, but South Chicago Packing is a 5th generation family-owned business based up in Chicago who manufactures some of the best cooking fats and shortenings on the market. I know personally I've been using this stuff for a long time for everything from wrapping briskets to greasing hinges to baking. You know, the beef tallow buns is something I've been working on a lot lately, and the beef fat tortillas I struggled with for months until I tried using their fat, and it's just superior than anything I've rendered at home. It's so creamy, so smooth, so pure, tasty. I mean, you really can't go wrong with beef fat, folks. And it really is great for everything, you know, frying an egg in the morning, morning. I deep fried a turkey and some of this stuff last Thanksgiving that was out of this world. It's perfect for searing a steak too. It's got a really high smoke point, adds some wonderful rich flavor. I really don't think I need to do much convincing to you about how convenient and useful and delicious beef fat is. But now the fact that it exists in a sprayable format is so convenient, you know. Grab this can, spray down your pans in the morning for some eggs. Wrapping a brisket with this, I think would be super satisfying. I'm definitely gonna do that. I think I'm cooking a brisket tomorrow. I'll probably try it. Just put your paper down, spray the top, wrap it up. And I really wish I had this when I was building that reverse flow smoker, because this is the perfect way to season the inside and outside of a cooker. I mean, it's beef fat, you know, there's no artificial colors, no flavors, it's not a seed oil, so there's less health risks involved. And because it's Wagyu tallow, it's high in the healthy kind of fat, which means it just might even be good for you. Not to mention, the force on this stuff. Woo! I'm pumped. This stuff is going to come in very handy and be super convenient. This is the new weapon in the barbecue arsenal. I tell you what, folks. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of South Chicago Packing. All the fats I've had from them, from the Wagyu tallow to the lard, has all been incredible. They've been doing it for decades now, and they're all great people. Everyone I've worked with, and I met a bunch of the crew and some of the owners last year up in Chicago, and they really do care about the customer and putting out a high-quality product. Gotta respect that. And if you haven't tried any of their products yet, I highly recommend it. I'll have a link in the description box of this video where you can go check out some of their stuff and pick some up for yourself. And even me, as someone who renders my own beef tallow on the regular, because I have a lot of trim on hand, I still make sure that I'm always stocked up on this stuff because it's just better. Especially when it comes to baking, wrapping briskets, all good things. It's just got such good flavor to it. Highly recommend it. So thank you, South Chicago Packing, for sponsoring this video, and thank you for being the first people to bring sprayable Wagyu beef tallow to the market. I truly appreciate it. And just like that, these are looking nice and proofed and nice and poofed, if I do say so myself. Oh, that sprayable fat works so well. So we're gonna go ahead and hit these with a bit of an egg wash. This is just an egg and some water beaten together, as one does, and just try and get a nice even coating. Not much to it, although I do try to minimize the amount of excess because it can kind of cook on the bottom like scrambled eggs, but you know, really not much you can do about that. Looking beautiful. And then I'm gonna go on some sesame seeds because I like a sesame seed bun. Beautiful. Now into a 350-degree oven these go for the next 15 minutes until they are looking absolutely beautiful. And just like that, out they come, lovely golden brown on there, smelling so good. So I'm gonna pop these onto a wire rack and let them cool down. All right, our buns are done. Our chicken is looking nice and dry brined. You can see no visible salt on the skin there, meaning that it went into the meat, giving us some wonderful flavor and a little bit of more tenderness. So I think it's time to fire up the pit. Ooh, nice brand new chimney, bud. Check this out, slightly new design where it's off the back. Helps keep the hand a little bit colder and just looking beautiful. Get yours now at shopchuds.com. And every chimney comes with some little snake nest fire starters because we love you. Light up so quick.
There's a snake in my boot.
By the way, folks, whenever you dump a load of charcoal out of your Chuds BBQ charcoal chimney, it's the perfect time to go ahead and give it a spray up with some Wagyu beef tallow to make sure it doesn't rust. Build up a nice seasoning. Anywho, we're firing up the old mini Chud box here in its standard format, meaning the grill pan is not in there, because we're doing some good old-fashioned direct heat cooking today. Just gonna shut this down and let it come up to temp. And on the pit we go. We are gonna start these bad boys out skin side down because we're really going for that crispy skin vibe today. And again, just salt and chicken. Really not much going on here. But sometimes it's the simple cooks that turn out the best, folks. Check out my 1 ingredient sausage video if you don't believe me. So I got this pit rocking around 325, 300, 350, anywhere in that range. We're gonna go for a nice hot and fast cook today and hopefully end up with some beautiful crispy skin chicken thighs. Looking good, smelling good. We'll check back in a little bit. About an hour into this cook, maybe 45 minutes. To be honest, I never look at the clock when I'm cooking. But let's see how these chicken thighs are looking. Ooh, look at that beautiful crispy skin. Oh yeah, that's looking real nice. Smelling so good out here. Gotta love direct heat barbecue, folks. Enough to get some nice direct heat cooking on there, but not hot enough to scorch or burn anything. All right, now that we've got all these flipped over, comes the magical moment. But first, look at those crispy bubbles. Oh, beautiful. To finish the crispification process, we're busting out some sprayable Wagyu beef tallow, obviously, and Just gonna keep these nice and coated, keep that heat high, and this skin should get nice and crispy with a wonderful beef flavor. Oh, this is gonna be so good. We'll check back in a little bit. All right, it's been another 20, 30 minutes. I've rotated these around a little bit, and they are looking absolutely beautiful. Almost looks like fried chicken. I mean, come on, folks. That beef tallow spray on the outside is actively deep frying this skin. Perfect, crispy perfection. Remember how I said we always leave this extra skin on? Look at that. Tell me you don't want to take a bite of that right now. Ah! Love it. I'm gonna give these one more spray with our Wagyu beef tallow. Let them cook for probably another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna pull them off. And just like that, off the pit, we come with these beautiful crispy chicken thighs. I mean, come on, just look at them, folks. Nice crispy skin all the way around. And what I'm gonna do while these cool down is go ahead and try and pull the bones out of these bad boys, because we're making some crispy skin chicken sandwiches tonight. And I'm not sure about you, but I don't like a bone-in sandwich. So I'm gonna find this bone, give it a twist. Oh, that is very hot. And out we come, just like a chicken wing. And all of a sudden, just like that, we've got ourselves a perfect piece of crispy skin, direct heat smoked, super flavorful, tender chicken, ready to go on a sandwich. Or a homemade beef tallow bun, I should say. Now let's do it. Oh, that is hot. Love it. Tell you what, this is way easier than trying to debone these things when they're raw. Next up, let's go ahead and bust out a quick mayonnaise for these chicken sandwiches, starting with some mayonnaise. Beep. I like Kewpie mayonnaise. Throw in a couple shots of some Texas Pete hot sauce. And then we'll go in with a little sprinkling of some Tony C's. Might as well go a little Cajun, right? Just get it all nice and mixed up. Beautiful. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Don't forget your top bun, folks. Come on. That's all you need. Beautiful, crispy skin, grilled chicken sandwich. I mean, would you just look at it, folks? It's just so crispy. It's so beefy, yet chicken on these homemade beautiful buns. Oh my God. I think it's time to dive into this juicy, pickly behemoth. Bottoms up. Oh yeah. Wow. It almost looks like a pulled pork sandwich. It's so good. I mean, come on, folks. It's got that direct heat flavor. It's super tender because we cooked these thighs probably upward of like 210 degrees. That crispy skin is adding some nice little crunch, but that nice fried chicken vibe. Then you got that spicy mayo and the pickles to just kind of bring things home on that fresh made bun. I mean, what's not to like about this, folks? Oh yeah, that's a phenomenal sandwich. It's interesting. It's got all the characteristics of a Popeye's chicken sandwich or a Chick-fil-A fried chicken sandwich, but with a smoky barbecue element, but not like your offset heavy smoke where it's noticeable. It's kind of like that rotisserie chicken smoke background. Very good.
This piece with like a bunch of skin hanging out,
It's just begging.
Has to be the first bite. The bun is so soft, it's so squishy.
I mean, just since you've held it, it's shrunk down.
It just feels right. I don't know how to explain it.
Ooh. Oh my God.
This is one of the best pieces of chicken I've ever eaten in my life, dude. That was like a big skin piece.
That
so
was
it was just like a lot of flavor.
Every bite will go
crunchiness.
downhill from that bite.
Wow. The pickle, the sauce. Did you brine these? Oh my God. The flavor on it. The seasoning on it.
Mostly.
You Chud box these chickens? You know, it's not super smoky, but it is like really chickeny and really like roasty, like grilled chickeny flavor. It's like really like rotisserie chicken flavor.
Yeah. It's just salt on the chicken and then, you know, spicy mayo, pickles, and a bun.
This is so much better than what people think that Chick-fil-A should be. This is
Right?
what that is.
Right?
It's just a chicken sandwich that is perfect. And it has all of the flavors and all of the succulence and all of the deliciousness and all of the caramelization that you would want in a fried chicken sandwich, but it's not fried.
And it's probably because it's just coated in beef tallow. It gives it that Popeye's vibe.
Oh, okay, yeah. It just like begs for me to come back and take another bite. Damn. This is just dramatically very good. I'm literally crunching the skin right now, and it is so good. Ah! Damn, boy! I come over here a lot and eat a lot of the food that you have out here, and all of it is good, but not all of it really makes me think about some shit. So this, I'm just like, whoa, dude, this chicken thigh, that's a game changer.
All right, Evan, without further ado, I think it's time for the official taste test. All right, John, that's it to make some absolutely fantastic, crispy skin, smoky chicken thigh sandwiches. I think Evan's reaction really speaks for itself on this one, but I highly recommend giving this a try. It really is a super quick and easy sandwich to make, a tried and true flavor combination, real easy and really cheap. And also be sure to pick up some Wagyu beef tallow spray with my link in the description box down below. But all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chuds BBQ. I'd love to see what y'all are cooking. Big shout out to all the Patreon members. Thank you for supporting Team Chud and allowing me to keep making all these videos. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace!